According to Albert G. Marquis in his Encyclopedia of Freemasonry on page 182, now this man was a 33rd degree Mason. He states, if Freemasonry was simply a Christian institution, the Jew and the Muslim, the Brahmin and Buddhist could not consciously partake of its illumination. Well then, is a Christian. Freemasonry is not Christian, nor a substitute for it. Now, if any of you have been inside a Masonic temple, you will notice that they have the King James Version of the Holy Scriptures sitting on their altar, which is towards the east. You would think this would be proof, or some proof, that they're into something godly. According to the Digest of Masonic Law, it states, Masonry has nothing to do with the Bible. It is not founded upon the Bible. For if it were, it would not be Masonry, it would be something else. Well, so then, it's not a Christian organization. They don't have a Christ-centered religion, and they don't believe in the Bible. Well, then what about God? According to J.D. Buck, in his book Mystic Masonry, he states, humanity in toto, then, is the only personal God. Now, isn't this what the New Age religion is telling us? You are a God unto yourself. I mean, Shirley MacLaine, John Denver, and this is a very old lie, people. It is the oldest of all lies that was given to mankind. If you remember, when Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden and Satan, in the guise of a serpent, approached Eve, he said, if you will eat of this forbidden fruit, ye shall be as gods. It is the same old lie, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a different package, and that's it. So since the Masons do not hold to Christ, the Christian religion, to God, or anything like that, then they can't be teaching a religion, correct? Or at least this is what we've been led to believe. Listen to this. Every Masonic lodge is a temple of religion, and its teachings are instructions in religion. This is from Albert Pike's classic book, Moral and Dogmas, on page 213. Since they are a religious temple, what are they searching for if they're not looking for Jesus Christ? Like we here in this particular church building, this is who we're looking after, is our Lord and risen Savior. Question is, who are they looking for then? Freemasonry is a search after light. That search leads us directly back, as you see, to the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is a very ancient occult symbol in which you take Hebrew letters from their alphabet, and if you arrange them in a certain pattern, not only can you formulate and cast spells through it, but you can also glean the hidden mind of God. Imagine that. Just by arranging a couple of letters, you can actually gain hidden knowledge from God's mind. This is basically what the Kabbalah is about. But isn't the Kabbalah a religion, though? Once again, according to Albert Pike's book, Moral and Dogmas, all truly dogmatic religions have issued from the Kabbalah and returned to it. Everything scientific and grand in the religious dreams of all the Illuminati. And so many Masons tell me that their lodges have nothing to do with the Illuminati. So then, since we know that the Kabbalah is an ancient occult religion, and since it's being used in the Masonic religion, are any of their occult symbols, can they be identified as normal symbols, shall I say, within the occult realm? In other words, are we looking at a pattern here, a similarity? According to one particular occult book in my library, it's called The Secrets of Ancient Witchcraft. It was written by Arnold and Patricia Crowther. This is what they state. In modern witch rites, we find terms and expressions that are also used in Masonry, the Golden Dawn, and other such occult societies. Now these witches, in other words, are pointing to the Masons and saying they are an occult society. Now when you think about it, who better than an occultist to point out who the other occultists are? You would then think that if the Masons are indeed an occult organization with an occult religion, surely many noted or famous occultists must have belonged to it or belong to it. And I'm going to show you some interesting examples of Masons who are also known practicing occultists or witches or Satanists. This gentleman here is Arthur Edward Waite. He was an occult writer and historian, and he was also responsible for creating a particular type of tarot deck. This tarot deck is known as the Waite-Rido Tarot Deck. It's one of the most commonly used, if not one of the most popularized version of a tarot deck. This is Dr. Wynne Westcott. He was a member of the Rosicrucian Society, and he was a founding member of the Occult Order of the Golden Dawn. But like the gentleman before him, he was also a Mason. S. L. McGregor Mathers. He was the other co-founder of the Occult Order of the Golden Dawn, and he too was a Mason. You know, this next one has stumped more people than I know what to do with. I thought this would be one of the most commonly recognized ones. Does anyone know who this gentleman is? Aleister Crowley. Now the name sounds familiar to everyone. They recognize. Here is old Aleister Crowley, commonly referred to by his own mother as the beast of the book of Revelation. He was that foul and debased a person. His contemporaries, other occultists, referred to him as Mr. 666. And there he is in all his Masonic glory. Here is Aleister Crowley once again in one of his occult meetings. He had an order that was known as the Order of Thelema. You will notice Aleister Crowley up there, and notice on the back of some of his followers the hexagram. Then there was another gentleman, Dr. Gerardin Carceau. He was a member of the Illuminati, and he was the leader of an occult religion known as Martinism. And if you look at Albert Mackey's book, Encyclopedia of Freemasonry, he talks about Martinism. He states that degrees of Martinism abounded in the reveries or pleasures of the mystics, or those people in the occult. Dr. Theodore Russ, he was the head of the occult order known as the Ordo Templi Orientis, or the OTO. And he was such a prolific occult writer that he gave the reins of authority in England over to Aleister Crowley.